As long as you have jamming, you're free to go. And it looks like we are getting set up here for round number 2. Hopefully a different matchup. I would like to see 2 different decks.
I mean, I love the Code Geass sleeves. Hopefully we'll be able to get the round timer relatively on lock. And camera looks like, I mean, we can see everything, so it should be fine.
It should be fine. It is going to get blurry at some points just because the players leaning over, like leaning to read certain cards, the camera will focus on the top of their head. So we're trying as best as we can to make sure things are as clear as possible, but...
And we are also, like, broadcasting it from a different country. So as much as we'd love to have, like, crisp, clean, top-down camera, there's only so much you can do over bandwidth between countries. So it's interesting as well. The
2 championship mats, by the way.
Yeah.
Both of these players have gone to Euros at least, even though if, in Europe you don't have to qualify, and they have both at least been to Euros.
I think it's kind of cool that it's like the 2 different years as well.
Yeah.
Because like when people came back from Euros and everyone has the Angemon mat, it's like, alrighty then.
Wow, you guys showing off.
All right, looks like we're gonna be starting off the round. We'll have the cameras up. We'll get the names dropped in a sec.
Nume.
Purple base Nume versus Gallant. Okay. Ooh.
Oh no!
Straight away.
The egg. Oh, it looks like it's Gallant. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
I'm excited for this.
In theory, this is Gallant favor, super Gallant favor. Like there's no way Nume should ever be able to play this one out.
Yeah, the third member of the podcast. Like the misplay for game takeover. And then we've got Gallant represented on stream. It's so back. We are so back.
Okay, looks like it's going to check. Demi-Mera, pitch 1, draw 2. Looks like he doesn't have a ton of targets here.
Okay, they do have the 5, but Amonze X hitting the trash early is rough.
He has a second one, so it's not the worst. Oh, and the Meggy. This might just be Henny's list, 1 for 1. Or at least adapting the Meggy tech.
Might just be Henny. Yeah, it's Henny.
Oh, it is?
It's Henny. Let's
okay,
go.
Never mind.
Let's go.
We have Ultimate Cup winner, Henny on Gallant. So we're going to get like peak Gallantmon gameplay on stream. This is wonderful.
What's crazy as well is like when I was
very privileged.
I was looking at his t-shirt. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the name of his org. But I'm just gonna wait until I had confirmation. I see it's like I'm a genius.
You just knew it, Black Growl, Mill 2. Milling Crimson is a little bit rough.
It's okay. He will figure it out. He is nice like that. Is that the Digivolve?
Yes, that is the Digivolve Waramonze, and also it's the small Congo for 5 play cost or less.
They really did say these cards can do whatever they feel like. Straight up build a bad deck.
So we're going to see a relatively good amount of tempo here from the Nume play as Monzai comes down, plays out Gara pitch 1, draw 2. Looks like he doesn't want to pitch the Exanti body, and I don't blame him. But I don't think we have a Platinum in the trash just yet. Instead, we're going to cycle 1, and we drew into the Plat. We could see him just regular evolving Platinum over the Monzai, but sometimes it's worth keeping it. He's going to swing for 2 checks. Very brave.
I mean, I feel like you've got to push damage because you know that whatever you're doing is just not sticking on board, so you might as well get as much cycle as you can. Finally going to pitch the Platinum, so it means that if this Nume X dies, which it should, then we're looking pretty good. There's a lot of damage done. Like, Henny, on his run to win the Ultimate Cup, did go through, like, 3-4 Numes. So.
Yeah, 3-4 Numes. He definitely has the matchup experience.
Yeah, and before he didn't, so... Whoa, Zudo!
Zudo!
Hey,
that is interesting, because you do not want to give Gallantmon just 3 free memory.
I don't know, Chief. Like, I was gonna say, it's like, damn, we've only seen one black Grammon, the other one got milled, but like, if you're gonna give it back to him, does this
He
mean,
just
does
he
this mean
needs
we've got like a Zulong? Is it there so you can like Zudo a Zulong and it's like, if they answer my stack, they answer my stack.
I suppose, yeah.
Those are mills that we don't like that much. Could we not? We could have.
And he needs maybe the BT12 War Grammon here just to pop the Gary and then, you know, get some damage off the board.
We don't have Blitz Staccato yet either.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that no Blitz is very, very rough here.
Swing, we're gonna get the pop on the Garamon. And then, yep, that is...
Taking damage off board is not bad.
Do you just drop the Gallant now?
Yeah, you can...
Yeah, they're counting trash.
Gallant only kills the Nume X, and then they'll proc the Platinum to float, so it's not... You know... It's not ideal.
Yeah, the other option would be to... No, I mean, you have to do something. By going wide on the Zudo, it guarantees that we have lethal next turn. They need a body to not stick. So it'd have to be show him Crimson Blaze or I don't know. This Gallant it's gonna pass turn. It's an unfortunate start for sure.
Looks like he's just going to Gallant for a very low amount of memory, and then pop the X, and then X will be able to float into Platinum. And then, yeah, passing turn, Platinum now can pitch a Mons a Nume to gain 2 additional memory. So Nume has a ton of memory to work here.
Pretty much as long as they swing Uko first, this is unlosable. Like, this is draw for turn, push up Uko.
Crimson Blaze from security can put in a decent amount of work.
I guess, but it doesn't stop the bodies from...
No.
Like, it's 2 security, 3 swings, so as long as Uko goes in first, like, this should be game 1 Mario. There's the first one.
Does die, pitching his War. Draws into the second Waru at the second Monzai X.
I don't think you overcomplicate this. You just swing. Like, even if you overflow. I mean...
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I guess this is just like a... Wait, are they gonna go... They're gonna play for, like, the super... Actually, no, I actually do kind of like this. Obviously, yeah, you can just, you know, swing. There's the Crimson Blaze, and we are gonna take game 1.
Very fast showcase here for Nume.
Yeah, this is the complete opposite.
Yeah, if Blitz the Kaga was in play, it would have been completely different, but...
Yeah, you got to do with what you've got. Slow start, like milling a Crimson Blaze was not ideal.
But Nume has to be very careful that because their deck, they go through their deck so quickly, they just open themselves up to Crimson mode out of nowhere.
Especially purple base.
Especially purple base.
I gotta wonder what type of Nume's he hit on his last run, because like purple base is becoming more and more popular thanks to like Dan Vang.
Yeah, there were 2 people that won on purple Nume.
Yeah, the Texas regional and there was the online one. They just like back to back with purple. Black was kind of the most popular for like I think it was purple to start with, then it was black, and then it was like back to purple. It's basically those 2 are like head and shoulders above the other colors. Red has done some stuff. Blue has won like a 3v3 as part of a team.
I would like to see yellow. Yellow Nume sounds great because you get to play Starmon.
Oh yeah, just actually like if they hit like Ukomon, I could see yellow becoming more popular because then you're just actually committing to like the shrink control aspect of Nume rather than just playing the rush deck that accidentally gets to control.
Yeah, I feel like Black does have a ton of strong options though between the Cool Boy engine, Tuarmon, Agu X. It gives the deck like a ton of consistency as well as the ability to play in the back. Because some of your best Numes are just black, like Nume and Gare. Sorry, BT15 Numemon and Garemon. But yellow would be very fun.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. I think it would be a different identity of it. We are going to see the pile shuffle. Normally, I'm a big pile shuffle hater. especially in like a tournament setting. But I mean, game one was so quick. You don't really have to worry about going to time in this matchup. If it was the last game and I see my opponent double pile shuffle, I'm calling a judge. But
the thing about decks that tend to have like strong removal like Gallantmon is that you're not really allowed to open up fast, and you need your initial hand to just have majority of your pieces right there and then, because you can't spend time getting the cards that you need.
and I want to say that this was I want to say that this was a kept opening hand for Henny. Obviously, it was mulligan for the Numemon player, but I'm pretty sure he kept his opening hand. So maybe seeing actual pieces.
I like going first. Going first against Numemon is very good, because you at least get to spend one turn to, you know, grab an important piece.
That ultimate cup Gallantmon. Let's go.
He got the bling. I'm going to see Gazi in the back. Gazi can be a little bit of a problem.
It can be a problem, but that guy blows up like instantly.
Yeah. It's mostly because of things like Gravity Crush, and we're going to see here. This is the kind of play that I like. I think trainings versus Nume are so important turn one, because it means that if they ever play a Gare, they immediately pass turn.
All right. Get the mill. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Takado in the trash. Love
Delicioso. Oh, and a second Takado. Oh. All right. This. We're playing with gas now.
So the only nightmare scenario here for Nume is if they have Proto Form, which doesn't look like they do.
Oh, what Proto Form go into Monza X, shrink the body? Yeah, that would be...
That would be nightmare scenario, but looks like the gamble has paid off, and we're just going to see the Monzai. You know, ultimately, Gallantmon doesn't care about security attack -1.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't probably going for a lethal push this turn anyway.
No, of course.
You're probably looking at War Growl. I mean, the Gazi is gonna eat some. Like, it's gonna eat an attempt at a pop, which I guess is important. Oh, setting up.
Just more and more memory to work with.
Yeah, I don't hate it, because it's the TP boost, and it's when something is deleted, draw one. Yep, that's X. And a protoform as well.
This is rough. Looks like no Satsuki, so he's gonna play out the on deletion Nume.
And it looks like he drew the proto off of that, right? Because there's no reason to have not protoed.
Yeah, he drew the proto.
All right. Swing check.
Into the training. This is big.
As long as we find a 5, this is like actually peak danger.
As long as it's also important for the Nume players to just not commit to a level 6. They don't want to open themselves up to
the warp.
To a warp, yeah. But looks like they don't have one anyway. So instead we're just going to see double Monzai X. Did we
radio casting? Feed? Yeah, we lost the feed again. 1 sec.
Okay, looks like we're back to radio casting. So Monzai X plays out the Numemon that plays out the Satsuki, plays the Satsuki to gain rush, swings, dies to Growlmon, and the second Monzai X also dies to the Growlmon, so no more Monzai X's on the board. A Gazi and the Nume. He can put Henny on 1 security, but then what? Because he didn't have jamming, instead he's just going to evolve into another Monzaimon. So he's burning through his Monzais very, very quickly here. 1 yellow Monzaimon left in the deck. Satsuki pops out. So board state is a Gazimon with Demimera, and then a Monzai with Blocker, ESS, and a Satsuki. Henny has Delay, Training, as well as Blitz Takado and Memory Setter Takado. So effectively he has 6 memory to work with, which is plenty to clear a board. And I believe we do have the black Growlmon here to get back a piece from the trash. Mills 2, Crimson Blaze, and another name, followed by a Nume X from Nume. BT12, Growlmon, War Growlmon now in hand. Yep, going to pop the Gazi here. Ultimately, you don't care about the memory, or rather the draw power that you're giving the Nume player. That's assuming that they even want to pitch a level 5 or higher body. Yeah, it looks like he's going to pitch the Black Warumon to draw 2. This is going to be a full board wipe here from Henny very easily, and the BT12 Gallant with Blitz going to raid into... Oh no, sorry, he gets to delete the Monzai and then hit for 1 check and 1 burn. Burning the Protoform is huge, because now there's only 1 in rotation. And now Nume has essentially 3 memory to work with. 1 from the Gabu and 1 from the Sasuke. Gabu X. He does have Proto, so as long as he finds something good here, and he finds the Monzai X plus Nume X, and gets to also pitch a card. So this is sort of like the dream scenario here. And that 1 KDP ended up mattering a lot here for Henny, thanks to that Digimon. Letting the Gallant actually clear the Monzai at 7k. Yeah, plays out the Nume, goes into Nume X, and now he has the Proto and he can go into Monzai X. Very fortunate draw a turn earlier. So he gets to DP minus the Gallantmon for 6k. But I think Gallantmon is in a position where they don't necessarily care about, clearing bodies at this point. So that he can sort of just ignore the Monzai X and just attempt to go for a game. In some capacity, 3 security is nothing for Gallantmon. Effectively 4 memory and 2 additional memory from the War Growl at end of attack, if the opponent has nothing on board.
Which, I mean, Monzai, Nume at least has cheap bodies that they can throw down, but it's also like do you want to keep throwing cheap bodies, or are you just going to give them a turn?
Pop 1. And then he gains a memory from Takato. And then this will burn his security, playing it very, very safe. So 2 security left. And there is a blocker in sight. But if he goes into Crimson mode, that should just be game, I believe.
Yeah, there it is.
Crimson mode. Pop, you can steal as much memory as you want. You don't have any blockers. He does go for Proto. He does at least get a piece back and heal the Proto, but I believe if there's 20 in trash... Play out, swing, burn. Yeah, and then there should be 20 in trash. I believe so. Burns the root mode.
Oh yeah, it was burn 3 anyway. We were chilling.
Yeah, it was always a burn 3 because it burns 1 and then 1 additional one for every 10. So he had 20 in trash. So that was played like near perfectly from Henny. He saw everything that he needed to see. He played the matchup amazingly. The delay, the fact that the both Monzai X's died to the War Growl plus a training coming out of security was massive.
Yeah, very, very solid game out of the both of them. We're going to have them both pile shuffle. No surprise there.
We've got plenty of time, half an hour.
And, we do like gambling game shows, don't we? We got a prediction running. So those of you in chat, you guys you guys think you can make a correct prediction. Where's this game 3 going? Is Henny taking it, or is Mario going to move on? That undefeated. You got 2 minutes between games whilst they're getting all shuffled up and all that. I was actually kind of hoping that the prediction bar would work, but it does not appear to be.
Everyone wants to believe in Henny. He is the hero of this story.
Yeah, I mean, Gallant's such...
Mario. Mario might be, the nicest person in the world. He just happens to be playing Nume against Gallantmon,
Yeah, it is. It's so hard to root against Gallantmon. Like, unless your local is just, swarmed with them and you play, a losing matchup into, Gallant, it's so hard to just root against. Yeah, plants, like, maybe then you're a Gallantmon hater, but like, I don't know. It's the underdog deck that, like, in theory should do it, and until recently, never did. 30 minutes on the clock, man. I don't even think we'd done game 1 in the last round. And here we are on game 3.
Looks like both players happy with their hand.
Looks like we're going to be kicking it off. And he going first again. Interesting.
That means that his opponent chose to go second.
I don't hate the idea of going second, though.
I feel like as Nume, your stuff is going to die anyway. You'd rather go first.
I guess, but I guess it means that, like, if it was training, you'd get to do like the low pass Garamon that we saw last time.
I suppose, yeah.
Although this is a pretty atrocious, and both of them took mulligans, so it was a rough one.
How many players are there in this regional? We can get that information for you.
Yeah, we will try.
In a little bit. Looks like it's just going to be a hard drop Waru, picking up the Nume because it picks up any name, and now it applies a small floodgate to, I believe, 5 cost play cost of 5 or less cannot attack. Yeah, on play by placing a Numemon, 5 cost or less can attack players. We're going to see a very fast Wargal coming down.
KnTElixar raising to get the boost. We're plus 2k on all delete effects now, which is pretty massive.
Very huge. It means that the BT12 Wargrowl would be able to just pop the Waru. Go for the training. Crimson Mells, you pay. Oh no, looks like he's going to go for the Gallant X.
Ooh, is the idea that he goes for the Wargrowl, misses the pop, and then goes straight into Gallant to get the clear?
Potentially.
Because it's a Platinum Nume, so it's not even like there's a good float on this. It feels like Mario might actually have Brick. Oh, like we don't have it.
Yeah, Henny's not doing so hot either.
At the very least, there's no, like, you can't go into Venus off this, so, like, this Waru Monze is kind of stuck unless we see the Monze X.
But we saw Henny play for second stack before.
Yeah. I mean, these mills have been getting some value. Also, I like that we are actually seeing the correct order of operations for for the Ukomon. You should know at this point that it is hatch, then gain a memory, so don't be letting people double gain if you really care. Now Venus is back online, but more importantly, by going wide, it makes it slightly awkward.
Does he have a body to slam? Does he have a name?
Maybe not one that he can play for free, but worst case, he could slam the... Is that a Waru in hand? Slam the Waru in hand, get some memory back, and then get the shrink off that.
But then he's not clearing both bodies.
No, but you minus 5k Bloodgate. I guess we're just going to swing.
Okay.
Pitch one. Oh, maybe, yeah, pitch one draw, and then you're just going to slam the next body.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Not having a new main name to play off of the Waru was pretty huge, though.
Ooh, giving up the Monze X.
What is he drawing to? I believe he draws into more top end. I think that is a Zwar and an RB1 Monze.
Yeah.
Yeah, RB1 Monze and Zwar.
So... Oh, that's really rough, though, because the Ukomon died, you no longer have 3 bodies, so you can't do Slam Monze to shrink the small body. So you'd have to double commit onto the Black Graumon to get rid of it.
And the new main name is... The only new main name in that was in the trash was the Platinum, right? So it's not like he can drop the RB01 Monzai to shrink by 3 and then shrink by 4. But that would be passing a lot of memory.
Yeah, not having the Venus just to lock out here is really unfortunate as well. Because if you at least had Venus, then like you get to stabilize for a turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so I'm going to
slam it
for 7.
And then do you just double tap? Yeah, looks like the double.
-3, yeah. -3, -4.
Oh, -3 sec -1.
Yeah. But again, like there's no floating in his sources, so Gallon is just happy to just go here.
Yeah, you just clean up. I don't even think you even have to check security. Like, you can probably burn if you get into Gallant X here. Do we have a 5? Henny, tell me we have a 5.
We just need a level 5.
Oh, he touched the trading. There is a 5.
Oh, there is a 5.
There is a 5.
Oh, beautiful. Get to play out the Takato here for free, milling both players by 3.
It's crazy, actually,
Double
that
Gary is huge.
the Black Graumon not milling Nume pieces early is kind of crazy, actually. Like,
Yeah.
that mill then came in. It's like, oh, you really needed filter? Well, it'd be a real shame if something happened to it.
This is just like the simulations here.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Mario. Like, just seeing none of the pieces he needs at the right time. Obviously, a mill does affect your ability to grab the pieces that you need, but
this is effectively game over. I don't think you can come back as Nume from this position.
Yeah, unless we see like Zwart's in security. Like a Zwart D popping out could do something, but yeah, like just like we said, that he doesn't have to check security. He was sec -1, so he got the ability to do all the free pops.
Did I misread Gallant here? So he's going to go into Monzai first to pick up 1 from trash. So he can pick up a Gary if he wants.
I just don't know what the point is.
It evolves the Gallant at least by 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But didn't we see the other Gallant?
We did. However, I'm more surprised here that when attacking from Gallantmon, he still chose to raid.
He didn't raid, he just got the pop. He was sec -1, so he just swung at security, knowing that he wouldn't check it.
Of course, that's what I'm... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering why no damage was dealt.
No, it was like, because he was sec -1, he actually just got to go, I mean, I'll prop my when attackings. Yeah, there's the pop.
That 1k DP mattering so much. Letting Galmon actually deal with like the 7k, 8k, 9k threats that usually tend to sort of like dodge... Get dodged by the secret Gallantmon.
For Loki, was like, are we about to blitz? Get in there, Graumon.
Yeah, Henny in a very dominant position.
We see the rookie at least. I'm gonna get the bounce on the level 4.
Overflowing is...
I don't know. I mean,
is highest.
He is throwing it at the wall, but yeah, but...
It's not like Azulon can really 2-for-1 here, because it always pops highest.
Oh, also, it's Gallantmon X, so I don't know if we can just drop the Takato. I don't know if we can just drop the Takato and biomerge back here, because it's Gallantmon X instead of Gallantmon.
Going to Gil X.
Yeah, I don't hate
pop.
that.
Yeah, pop. Does he get the burn?
I think he gets the burn first, yeah, before on deletions, because turn player priority.
Or is it like a case of the card has to be on board to resolve the actual burn? So he gets back the raid.
He's getting back the raid. Well, we're not seeing a burn check, so I'm guessing
not 20 in trash just yet.
I'm guessing he didn't get it. I thought for sure that he would have gotten the burn. Burn first, because you do all of your effects, get all of your stuff, and then you blow up.
Yeah. So Evo here for reduced cost, swing, nothing to delete, burn 1. Uko, second check, Monzai. Game 2.
Do we have another Gallant X?
Gallant X, yep. And suspend. Crimson mode, that is GG.
Sheesh. Alright,
Wonderfully played by Henny here. Shouts to anyone in the chat that voted on Henny. This was just... It's like watching a masterclass.
Yeah, that was raps. Like, again, credit where credit's due. Very, very unfortunate there for Mario. He did do the best with what he was given game 3. In game 1, he showed like
how good like Nume can be into a like unfavorable matchup.
Yeah,
of all things.
And I bet he doesn't like. It's not a matchup you have nearly as much experience playing. Like as the Gallant player, you like. I mean, he said before he didn't have much experience on Nume. I bet that's changed now. Whereas the Nume players probably aren't getting top level Gallantmon practice.
No.
And if you're on purple base, you're on like the least favorable version of Nume into Gallant. So the fact that he took game 1 so quick, so it was like what, 4 minutes? Like credit where credit's due there for Mario. I think he's like, if he plays like his game 1, like we might be seeing him later in the day. Like X1 is an uphill battle, but the fact that it is Swiss into Top Cut means all you have to do is make it into Top Cut, just clean up in the X1 bracket, and we might be seeing him later.
I think for Henny's like very well positioned here as well. Gallantmon, if you think about the other matchups in the metagame, you should do okay into Davis because you're always clearing out the threats before they have a chance to blast Evo. You do okay into Mirage because then ironically randomly milling their pieces, a deck that is sort of high rolly, you know, helps you out a ton. And then, you know, there's just a couple strays here and there like Levia, you're probably...
Secon isn't bad. Yeah.
Secon is very good for Gallant.
Yeah, it's very, very comfy. So, I mean, it's a good if you're going to be picking a pet deck to roleplay on, like this is
Gallant,
the
this is
one.
A very good this is a very good format for Gallantmon.
And with the Meggy as well, like if you have to get down and dirty and just run it with the mills, then
it's good into Levia.
It can do everything.
Yeah.
Good deck.
Very good deck. Who knows? Maybe I'll play it for my regional.
Adding one more to the character crisis pool. Yeah, it's solid stuff. Solid stuff there, and hopefully that should be the last of our tech issues. Hopefully, it's now set up, so I should be quite quick with the switch. We won't have to randomly BRB. Maybe less radio Digimon for the rest of the day.
I don't mind. I was having fun.
You channeling that Jet Set radio, the Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. But yeah, we got some time until we go into the next round, so we got plenty.
Who do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. Who do you guys think is going to win the event? Write it down. I want to see different decks. Anybody believe in Gabu Bond, for example? I think that deck is crazy, by the way.
Any Bond enjoyers?